But at the time, I didn't have that revelation that I had already been declared not guilty, that I didn't have to earn God's love, and that others didn't have to earn God's love either. Have you ever felt like you're trying really hard to be a good Christian, but something is just off? Did you find yourself comparing, feeling critical of others, or even judging, while also being hard on yourself? What if trying to follow all the right rules is actually keeping you stuck in insecurity? In this episode, I share a personal story about my younger years when I loved God deeply but didn't yet understand His grace or His righteousness, and how trying to be good actually led me to become more judgmental instead of more loving. Do you want to feel confident but struggle with overthinking and intrusive thoughts? Then you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Margie, teacher and mindset mentor. I discovered how to grow in confidence and leave insecurity and striving behind. If you're ready for a mindset shift and to hear God for yourself, grab your coffee, say goodbye to your inner critic, and let's go. If you have not joined my Facebook page, it's called Break Free from Insecurity. The link is in the show notes. And make sure you click follow on the podcast platform that you're on, or subscribe, whatever it is that you do, so that you can know when future podcasts come out. When I was in high school, I was known as someone who really loved Jesus a lot. I was the good Christian girl, and I enjoyed the attention I got for being a good Christian girl. It wasn't a ruse, it was true. I really did love Jesus. But at the same time, I got attention for it. So it made me start comparing myself to others. It made me, I didn't want people to know that I wasn't perfect. I didn't want them to see my faults. And so, I had to hide them. I don't know what I was hiding, but that's maybe why I didn't talk very much, because then they could see my faults more easily. I didn't want anyone to see anything negative about me, but in trying to come across good all the time, I started comparing myself to others, noticing what they did wrong. And looking back now, I can see that I was trying to lift myself up in my mind by lowering them in my mind. Since I was afraid of what people would think if they saw my faults, it led me into legalism. I was someone who was overly focused on rules. School rules, Bible do's and don'ts, dress codes, and being judgy of those who weren't as careful with what they watched or wore, with what they said or where they went. During college, I found a really good church. It was called Skyline Wesleyan. And the thing I liked about it is I didn't have a car on the college campus. I had a bike. And I loved my bike, but I wanted to get off campus in a car, and they brought a van to our campus. So within that first year, I found this church, Skyline Wesleyan. It brought us from our San Diego campus to Lemon Grove. John Maxwell was the pastor back then of the big church, and the college and career pastor was Tim Elmore. And he was the best teacher I had ever heard up to that point. And he's, in my mind, still a very great teacher. He's the first one that taught me that the same power that raised Jesus from the dead lives in me. And that blew my mind. At one point, I was put in charge of organizing prayer gatherings, and we called them prayer concerts. Cool name. We had like 100 people that would show up. These were all collegians and career age, singles usually, and I would coordinate who would get up and introduce the next thing we're going to pray or praise for, and then these 100 people would be in groups and they would spend time in prayer. We also had another group that met regularly, and one day a young lady called me and she wanted to be part of the prayer group. Well, no one had ever asked me before if they could be a part of the prayer group. They just joined. They just came. But for some reason, I put my super duper legalistic power into motion, and I asked, well, how much have you been praying? And she told me, and I'm like, well, Why don't you spend a little more time praying and then call me back? And I don't know what I was trying to prove. Was I just in a power position and I was trying to be powerful? I don't know. Silly, silly, silly. And stupid, stupid, stupid. That wasn't love. That wasn't grace. What is God's grace? His richest ability coming to empower us because we're no longer guilty. It's His unearned favor and love giving us forgiveness and blessing despite our unworthiness. That wasn't God's heart at all, and I hurt her. It's not the first or the last time that I hurt somebody. But as I grow in wisdom, it's a lot less people that get hurt around me. It's wonderful. But at the time, I didn't have that revelation that I had already been declared not guilty, that I didn't have to earn God's love, and that others didn't have to earn God's love either. See, once I understood that I don't have to earn God's love, then I could love others better because I realized they don't have to earn my love. They don't have to earn God's love. They don't have to earn my love. And if I had understood that, I would have welcomed her immediately. But through understanding that I'm one with Him, that He's given me His own righteousness, everything began to shift for me. Because the more I began to understand God's nature, His grace, His love, His righteousness, the more I changed how I saw myself and how I treated others. And this is where I began to realize something really important. I became judgmental because I didn't yet understand how much He loved me. I was still trying to be good enough, and I wanted other people to be good enough. It's awful to be around those kind of people, right? And when you're trying to be good enough, you naturally start measuring yourself and others. You compare. You notice what people are doing wrong. You feel either less than or sometimes a little better than. That's what legalism does. It shifts your focus from relationship to performance. Most of us know the Bible talks about an old covenant and a new covenant. In the old covenant, people were given a long list of laws. And I mean far beyond just the 10 Commandments. But here's the key. No one could keep them perfectly. That was the point. That's why God gave them all these rules. The law was never meant to make people righteous. It was meant to show them they couldn't become righteous on their own. And this is where everything changes, because now, under the new covenant, righteousness is not something you earn, it's something you receive. I really like how Romans 3 explains it. It says, we are made right with God, not by our works, but by faith in Jesus. That means you're not accepted because you got it right. You're accepted because He made you right. And when that truth starts to sink in, something shifts because you stop striving, you stop measuring, because you're no longer trying to prove anything. You stop striving, you stop measuring, you stop judging. And this matters more than you might think. Because if you believe, even subtly, that you have to earn God's love, you will also expect that from yourself and from others. But when you begin to understand, I've already been declared not guilty, I've already been made right, you start to live from acceptance instead of striving for it. You live in that place of knowing, I already have acceptance. I'm fully accepted. I am fully loved, not by anything I've done, not by anything I could ever possibly do. I am loved, and that's where real freedom begins. So I have 3 simple application steps for you. Number 1, notice where you're striving. Think about the areas that you're striving in, whether it's to gain approval from yourself, from people around you, from a particular person, from God. Tell the truth. Where am I trying to be good enough? Start paying attention to where you feel pressure to perform. to get it right, to be seen a certain way. That pressure is a clue, and it usually means you're trying to earn something that's already been given. Number 2, recognize the lie. What do I believe this earns me? What do I believe this striving, this impressing somebody earns me? An example would be, if I do this right, I'll be accepted. If I mess up, I'll be rejected. So ask yourself, what do I believe this effort is getting me? Because underneath striving is usually a belief that says, I have to earn love. I have to earn approval or acceptance. So recognize the lie. Ask the Holy Spirit to show you the lie. And number 3, receive instead of strive. Simply receive. God, help me receive what you've already given me. You've already given me full acceptance. You've given me Jesus' righteousness. I'm made right because Jesus gave me his righteousness. This is where everything shifts. Instead of trying harder, you just pause and say, God, I receive your acceptance. I receive that I've already been made right. Take a moment now. We're going to do an activation. And breathe. Focus on your breathing. Breathe in and out. The reason we focus on our breathing is because it gets your mind out of beta. That's the busy mind. You can't hear God in your beta mind. A lot of the prophetic words these days are coming from a beta mind. Get out of your beta mind. Let's focus on your breathing. Again. I want you to imagine the cascading love of God coming down on you gently. Your whole being is filled and flooded with his unprecedented love. Sense his love in you and around you. God freely gives you his righteousness, his gift of love. You can't be good enough to earn it. He gives it freely to you. All because Jesus, the Anointed One, has set you free from guilt, punishment, and the power of sin. He made his righteousness visible through the faithfulness of Jesus Christ. His righteousness became tangible and brought to light through Jesus. Without this free gift of righteousness, you would have to try to earn his love, but you'd never be good enough. So Jesus, out of his love and compassion for you, was good enough in your place. Now receive his love. I want you to ask him, where have I felt pressure to be good enough? If something comes to your mind, just bring that to God. That this is confessing, it's truth telling. And instead of trying to fix it, just receive his love. See his love not only cover that pressure to be good enough, but wipe it completely away. You don't have to earn what's already yours. It's already yours. As you go about your day, just begin to notice, where am I striving? Where do I feel like I have to be good enough? And instead of trying harder, just pause and receive his love. You've already been declared not guilty. You've already been made right. You don't have to earn what's already been given. And as that truth begins to settle into your heart, you'll notice something shift. You'll become less critical, more patient, more loving, not because you're trying to be, but because you're finally living from what's already true. If this episode encouraged you, I'd love for you to share it with a friend who might need it. And if you want more encouragement and connection, come join me in the Break Free from Insecurity Facebook group. The link is in the show notes. You are not too much. You are not enough. You are becoming secure. I'll see you next time.